Welcome to T-Boys TV. Back again with another Premier League predictions. Not really in the mood, to be quite honest here. It's just one of them. But yeah, obviously Premier League predictions back again. Obviously Gameweek 2. I'll be reviewing the games as well. Of course. So yeah, we'll get into a few comments before we start. Big up Newsflash puts the popcorn. Blue Terrier says Huddersfield have signed. Yeah, I saw that. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, I'm just not feeling great, but there we go. So yeah, obviously, like I said, we're going through previous games, predicting, going through the table, all that sort of thing. So yeah, let's get into that. So yeah, bear with me a second. Whew. Right, we'll try it again. Oh, flipping off. But yeah, anyway. So the first... Hold up. Some knobbing outside. Hold up. Yeah, apologies about this, people. I was a little bit late as well because got some bullshit email. I'll say it how it is. The people are rich as fuck, but nah, they got to be dickheads. So there we go. Yeah, don't work for your family. That's what I'll say. So yeah, sorry about this. This start's been, but yeah, I just can't stand them. They're just dickheads. To be fair, I'll say it how it is. Do you know what I mean? But there we go. Yeah. Oh no. But yeah, first game. Let me know if you like the little addition I've done so you can see the scores a bit better. Obviously, last year is a bit shy. Still not great, but yeah, first game was obviously Palace versus Arsenal. Obviously, early kickoff. Not early kickoff. Obviously, late kickoff, but was obviously the first game of the new season. Obviously, Arsenal coming out 2-0 winners. I said it'd be 1-0. Thought it'd be a famous 1-0 to the Arsenal. Thought it'd be a tough game. Obviously, you know how it is at Selhurst Park. Despite the scoreline, obviously it was 2-0. It's still a very tough game. And that sort of thing. But, you know, it was one of them where Palace had some really good chances that they messed up in this game. Obviously, the first one, you know, I see a lot of people say they should have scored. So obviously, before that, let's get into the first half. So obviously, the goal from Martinelli, keeper should have done better. I don't think the Crystal Palace keeper Guaita was overly great, to be honest with you. I think he should have done better on that goal. You know, brilliant header back in by Zinchenko. So Saka, I think it's Saka who played it across, went towards Zinchenko, headed it forward towards Martinelli. Keeper should have done better, like I said. Arsenal take the lead through that. And then before half-time, or roundabout before half-time, Palace had a very good chance. It was a good save by Ramsdale, to be fair. You know, a lot of people saying they should have scored. I'm not sure. I just think it's a really good save by Ramsdale, to be honest. going into the second half, the second chance Palace had, they should have done a lot better there. I can't remember who it was, but they should have went for the corner. They went straight at Ramsdale. It's easy enough. That one, I agree. But I think the other one's a little bit harsh. I think you do have to, big up Ramsdale. A lot of people don't. They say, oh, he overreacts. At least he's saving them at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, but there we go. There we go. You've got to be a certain way nowadays. But yeah, obviously that happened. Going into the second half, obviously this was the game set and match done when Saka played it in, and Mark Gay, or however you pronounce his name, my pronunciation is a bit terrible, sorry about that, headed it in. A bit of a poor own goal to get, and obviously Arsenal got the 3 points. But like I said, Palace had a lot of good chances. They really did, and they were, two that I mentioned were obviously the two standout ones. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that game. You know what I mean? I'm not really going to say too much. Obviously, Saliba had a very good game. Captain material already at that age. I definitely think that. I give man of the match to Gabriel. I thought he was really good compared to what he's been like before. Obviously, Saliba, a lot of people give him it. But I don't think Gabriel was far off personally, or obviously mine. I thought he was not better, but I just thought he was good compared to what he has been. Do you know what I mean? For Arsenal, there's been games where he's been very shaky and that sort of thing. So, yeah, good win for Arsenal. Palace missed a lot of good opportunities, like I said. They could have got a draw, I would say. I wouldn't say a win if they took them chances, but yeah, I say that it could have been momentum. You know what it's like at the Palace ground, but then again, I'm not too sure. Because Arsenal were pretty good. Jesus very unlucky. I remember saying 1-0 and Jesus would score. So yeah, obviously that didn't quite happen, but he still played a massive part in this game. But yeah, let's go through some comments. Yeah, like I said, just don't work for your family. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't really want to get back into it, but yeah, big up yourself. Big up yourself, mate. Arsenal were more dominant side, played good football. Jesus was starting the attack exactly. Should have gotten 2 assists. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. He still played a part, but yeah, I agree. He should have definitely at least got 1, 100%. I'll get into. Oh, is he? I didn't know he was injured. There we go then. Well, I'm going to have a little rant about Liverpool because Klopp is starting to piss me off. I'll be real. He's starting to piss me. Oh, we don't need no one. Yeah, but every fucking midfield is injured. But there we go. Don't worry. I don't know what's hit him on the head recently because my man is just coming out of these poor excuses. Like when they drew to Fulham. Oh, but the grass was dry. What kind of excuse is that? For fuck's sake. But don't worry. Man City have won the league. I told you that. They didn't even have a striker last season. They've brought in Haaland. And, they're going to win the league. Everyone's like, oh, it's for Champions League. City won't win the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? I don't think so. They always bottle it. So, that will happen again. But there we go. Liverpool don't want to strengthen in the midfield. I was hearing that Mateus Nunes, I think that's how you say his first name, obviously spelt different to the Nunes Liverpool got now. But no, I don't know what's going on about that now. Just nothing's happening. So there you go. But Liverpool wonder why they won't win a league title again because they don't want to compete, clearly. So there we go. But don't worry, we'll rely on Keita and Ox, who are just injured every year. But don't worry, I can't say that because I've got an agenda against Keita, ain't I? Oh, so there we go. Big up yourself, Hanno. Big up yourself, mate. It should be all right, but it just winds me up, to be honest. And that's why I want to keep on what I'm doing with this. And hopefully, it's going to take a while, but hopefully, start doing this as a job because, yeah, that job at the moment's a joke. But get a new one. Well, I try to. And then other people like, no, don't do it. It's not good. I just can't be asked to get into it, to be honest. No, he's not he's injured, sorry. Gomez was, yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you? You'd think that. But yeah, obviously I'll get into my lineup when I talk about that. I wouldn't go that far, but Klopp is starting to say some stupidness and it is starting to wind me up, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Sorry. What a place to go to, eh? Flipping hell. I told people, that's all I will say. I told people it'd be a tough game against Fulham. I did say a 2-1, so I was close. Don't get me wrong, I do feel Liverpool were a bit unlucky. Like, not all the players, but I felt players like Henderson, Diaz, he was very unlucky. You know, the chances he had, he very unlucky not to score. But let's start off. Obviously, let's start off with the Fulham goal, where they got the goal. Mitrovic, you know, good header, but Trent, yet again, flipping, what are you doing? Why are you not even jumping up for the header? I don't understand the amount of times in big games. Because this is a big game, let's be real. First game of the season, away at Fulham. It's always going to be difficult against the newly promoted sides, especially away. You know, you saw that in all the results. Well, the Bournemouth game is what I'm trying to say. You saw that it can be difficult to play these sides. And also, who said Bournemouth will win that? Oh, yeah. But no, Villa won't have to gel. But anyway, there we go. We'll go on to that in a minute. But yeah, like I said, Trent, you know, these big games, he keeps getting caught out. You know, Champions League final, ball watching. You know, it goes over to Vinicius Jr., goal. You know, good header by Mitrovic. Can't really say it wasn't, but I just felt Trent could have done a lot better, to be honest. So yeah, obviously they're 1-0 up at half time. Going into the second half, obviously Núñez got a goal, very well taken goal, by the way. It might have took a little deflection, but either way, you know, to do that skill was brilliant. So yeah, fair play there. The attack was not the problem this game, in my opinion. It was that, the middle of the pitch, one of the most important places, the midfield. Oh, yeah, Thiago getting injured yet again. He hasn't had one full season wherever he's been where he hasn't got injured. But no, you want to tell me we don't want to bring in a midfielder? Okay. Well, Man City win the league then. You know, I've said it before. And then obviously they got a penalty, bit of a controversial penalty for me. It was a penalty. It was a foul by Van Dijk, in my opinion. And then a well-taken penalty by Mitrovic, obviously got his second goal of the game. Excuse me. And then Carvalho comes on. Now, for me, he should have started this game because he literally played for Fulham last year. He looked very good in pre-season. So, you know, that's what I will say about it. But there we go. We want to not start him. That sort of thing. And we want to play... who even was in midfield? I can't even remember. Henderson, Fabinho, and who was it? Thiago, who got injured. Yeah, of course. But anyway, there we go. What do I know? And then obviously Salah saves us yet again. You know, brilliant ball up by, I can't remember who it was by. And then it went to Núñez, who, don't know if he meant to tap it to Salah. I can't actually remember the goal, to be honest with you. And Salah just tapped it away and celebrated. You know, but, you know, I felt we were unlucky at times. Like some players, not all the players. Like I said, Diaz was very unlucky not scoring the first half when he hit the post and that sort of thing. And Henderson at the end was unlucky. But it just proves Liverpool need more in the midfield. Now it's one game, but like City have literally brought in Haaland. They won the league without him. You know, without a goal scorer, sorry. Like, not a goal scorer, an out number 9. And now they're bringing Haaland. Like, everyone's like, it's a Champions League. Well, I don't think City will win the Champions League, man. How many times have we said that before? Well, I say we. I've never been on that train. How many times have people went, oh, yeah, they're going to win it finally, and never do? All right, so I just think the same will happen again. I think if they come across Real Madrid, they're finished, mate. I think if Liverpool come across Real Madrid, they're finished. The only chance Liverpool have in the Champions League is if Real Madrid either get knocked out or they don't. Well, no, even then, if you get them in the final, they're going to lose again. That's what I think. And I'm not even basing it on the other day. You know, look at their European status as a whole. They don't look like they're just going down whatsoever, like down the peg. I know. Yeah, I know. But you know what these helmets are like nowadays. Oh, I've got a little touch, so it doesn't count. So there we go. Big up yourself, Hanno. Big up yourself. Thank you for that. yeah, I think there might be a lot more times where Henderson will not be starting this season. There has to be. But for me, yeah, even if Harvey Elliott started, I wouldn't mind that. But I feel Carvalho should have because he looked really good in pre-season. I know Harvey Elliott has as well. But Carvalho literally played for Fulham last season. You know, it just... And now we've got midfield injury. Yet again. Oh, wait, no, we've got more. Ox Keita. Yet again. Flipping, it winds me up, boys. Elliott, Keita, and Fabinho has to be a starting midfield. I'm pretty sure Keita's injured, I saw. He might be back by then. Or no, I saw someone will be back. Yeah, I think it might be him, actually. So, yeah. Big up yourself, NS Sports TV. So, there we go. Tell me the next joke. Do you know what I mean? But there we go. I'm going to move on from that game. Next game, I told you lot. But apparently, you know, I was, you know, being... Oh, I can't even remember the word, to be honest, people. But anyway, I didn't get the prediction right, the score prediction, but I knew Bournemouth would win. I said 2-1. A lot of these games this weekend, you know, a few I got right, which obviously I'll tell you a lot when I did. And this one, I was unlucky. I said 2-1. And I told people this Villa team will have to gel. I don't care if they're former Champions League players or whatever, you know, they've played in. You also, like I say, you don't want to play these newly promoted sides at home, away from home, first game of the season. And I knew Bournemouth would do it. And congratulations to them. Obviously, goal from Lerma. Pretty good finish, to be fair. And, yeah, Villa had a few chances, but it weren't really... I don't think they were really nervy chances, to be quite honest with you, from what I can remember. Kiefer Moore with the second goal later on in the game. And, you know, I'm not going to go on about this game too long. All I'm saying is I told you lot. So, Villa need new striker, so poor. I think Ings is a good rotation player. Was Ollie Watkins, he come on. I feel they should have started him personally. I think he'll do all right this season. So, there you go. Gerrard is done out here. I don't think he's done out here. I just said to people, Bournemouth first game of the season, you don't want them. You don't want them. You don't want these newly promoted. Look at what Fulham did to Liverpool, for God's sake. Not the Forest one, you know, they're away from home and they're playing a good Newcastle side, but we'll get into that. And that is next, so we'll get into that now. You know, I got how many goals Newcastle would score, right? I said 2-2. I just thought Nottingham Forest would have a bit of a buzz. But, you know, looking at how the game went, they've still got a lot to learn. Which obviously I know they would have, even if this was a draw. But yeah, Newcastle were very dominant as well. And that Fabian Schär goal was exceptional, was absolutely exceptional. You thought after the first half, Newcastle you thought a goal was coming at some point. And yeah, what a strike it was. I've always rated Schär. I don't even know if to say his name right. Apologies, but yeah, I've always thought he's a good player. And then Callum Wilson gets a goal, a little nice goal. I like that little dink over Dean Henderson, who I don't think done too bad. You know, the goals he couldn't really done anything, especially that first goal. You know, but like I said, you know, Nottingham Forest has still got a lot to learn in this division. And like I said, Newcastle's a tough place to go. You know, it's going to be a very tough place to go this season. I can see them having a really good record at home, to be honest with you. And yeah, a lot of their players look good yet again. Guimaraes are very unlucky. You know, there was a lot of really good players on display. So that's all I'm saying about that. The way Gerrard plays needs a clinical striker. Like I said, I think Watkins will do all right this season. But Ings is getting more of a rotation player, in my opinion. I don't think I can even remember it, to be fair, mate. Is my thing freezing? Oh. We back? Yeah, I think we're back. Smash your likes and sub if you're new. Yeah, I'll try clicking on that, but it just didn't let me. But yeah, please do. Thank you for that, Hanno. But yeah, moving on to the next game. Game I said would be 5-0 Tottenham. I knew Tottenham would get a very convincing win. Southampton, I know a lot of Tottenham fans that are saying this is a favourable game for them, and that's no disrespect to Southampton. It's just the fact that, Tottenham are at home, first game of the season, you know what their crowd's going to be like, all the signings, they're all going to be positive for the new season. And Southampton, I think they really struggled this season. I think they'll just survive relegation, like I said on my predictions. But let's talk about the game. Obviously, Southampton took the lead in this game. Very good goal by Ward-Prowse on the half volley. I know a lot of people, like Hanno said, they may get relegated. And a lot of people are saying that. Like, for me personally, I think they'll just survive. But very good goal from Ward-Prowse. He's got that quality. And then a bit later on in the first half, Sessegnon got a goal. Very good goal it was as well. And then shortly after, Dyer got a goal as well. Brilliant ball in by Son. Great header from Eric Dyer. And could we see a really good Eric Dyer this season? We're probably going to see a lot of better performances from Tottenham players, of course, with Conte. But I think Dyer might have a really good season, to be honest with you. Obviously he's going to try and get in the World Cup squad. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But obviously he got the goal, put him in the 2-1 lead at half-time. And then Salisu with a horrible own goal. I rate the player. Obviously, everyone has mistakes, but yeah, that was a horrible own goal, that was. And then obviously Kulusevski, literally 2 minutes after, got a goal. And every time, from what I saw in this game, every time, Tottenham go forward, and it's going to be like that at times this season. Every time they go forward, it's going to be absolutely disgusting. And obviously here, it was a madness. It was an absolute madness, and what a win for them. What a win for them. And Kane or Son didn't even score as well, and they won 4-1. It still played parts, obviously, but, it's an absolute madness in that perspective. But yeah, like I said, I said 5-0 Tottenham, so I was close. If Tottenham scored another, Southampton didn't score, I'd have got it right. But yeah, I knew it'd be a very, very high scoring win for Tottenham. Dyer, nah. I agree with this comment. The way he's playing, he's definitely in contention for the World Cup, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, everyone makes mistakes anyway. Do you know what I mean? Oh, is it literally 100 days? Mad. Fair enough, mate. But yeah, moving on to the next game. A game I was 1 goal off again, which was Leeds beating Wolves 2-1. I said it would be 1-1. Thought it'd be a draw. I don't think these teams are going to do great this season. Leeds did look good in this game, though. That's what I will say. Then again, we are only 1 game in. And Podence with the first goal. Very good goal as well for Wolves. Obviously put them in the lead. Obviously an equaliser a bit later on in the half by Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo, I still think Leeds will go down, but I think Rodrigo could be a player to keep your eye out for Leeds. I think now that Rafinha's gone, I think Rodrigo, I think he's going to really step up, and he might have a decent season, to be fair. Obviously, he got a goal. I do think Leeds should have had a penalty when Jose Sarr come out. And he got the player at the end of the day. They went VAR and didn't say it was a penalty, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I felt Leeds should have got a penalty there, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, obviously 1-1 at half time, and then obviously Yank Nori with the own goal. And Leeds deserved to win. I'm not going to lie, they did look very good. But like I said, I still think they'll go down. Me, I don't flip flop unless it's generally done and it's not going to happen. Then obviously I'll have to say they're not going down. Like if they're too many points come the end of the season, from going down. But other than that, I stick by what I say. And I think Wolves will have a shite season anyway, to be quite honest. I said that. And now they've lost Connor Cody as well, who's obviously was their captain. A lot of their fans not happy about that. If I was a Wolves fan, I would not be happy with that either. The leadership and what he can possess for the team was phenomenal, to be quite honest here. I know it's a loan, but still, I've said it. Don't think they'll do great, and I know it's 1 game in, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. They've still got good attack. Don't get me wrong, but defensively, I'm not sure now with Cody going, to be honest with you. Don't like Dyer, but he's good. He'll do decent, I reckon. Yeah, literally. Like, that's what I said. Wolf says, it sucks being a Man United fan. Yeah, well, there we go. But I'm loving it because I remember when United fans used to give Liverpool fans shit all the time. Leeds will survive once they sell Melier. Yeah, I was surprised about it as well. It shows that, money. Well, I don't know how much he's getting, but that's the only reason I can think of. He's literally a Liverpool fan. So, there we go. Big up yourself, Awace. Big up yourself. Right, let's get into the next game, which was the 5:30 game, a game I got spot on. Chelsea, or should I say Everton versus Chelsea, or should I say blue and white stripe versus, something you'd probably say the same with Chelsea. But I knew it weren't going to be a convincing win for Chelsea. To be fair, Everton, I believe, were unbeaten the first game of the season, like for the last 7 years or something like that. But I just knew it wasn't going to be overly convincing. Obviously, Chelsea with the goal from Jorginho. Clear penalty, stupid by Decore to give that away. But there you go, when you've got a former Watford player and an Everton player, what do you expect? But yeah, silly to give away. Jorginho, he did not do that stupid skip or what he usually does for once, which I was glad to see. It was a good penalty, to be fair. And it was one of them. Sterling, very unlucky not to score, in my opinion. Don't ask what the hell he was doing when he went down and bent his back like that. I don't know what the hell my man was doing. But yeah, like I said, very unlucky not to score. Everton, from what I saw, they didn't really possess anything or show anything. So yeah, that's all I really got to say. I knew it'd be a 1-0. I knew it. Cody, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Don't never say never. Can't stand Everton fans. To be fair, when I went up to Liverpool a few times, I've met some sound Everton fans. Like, there's one time I was watching Liverpool players through this little gap where you can see them training, and Everton fan come up to me. It's like, "You all right, lad?" Like, I was wearing Liverpool stuff and that. Yeah, he was sound. And then there's this guy come down for a delivery when was it? Probably about a couple of weeks ago now. And he's like, "Oh, man, Everton." He's like, "What's your team?" I'm like, "My main team's Luton, but I obviously follow Liverpool." And he was like, "Oh, I've got an Everton season ticket." And this was when they lost heavily to Spurs 5-0. So if any of you want to work out when I met the guy, then yeah, just type up when Spurs beat them 5-0. I think it was on that Monday night or whenever it was. It was a midweek game anyway. And he was like, "Oh, I'm a season ticket holder. I'm getting sick of it though. I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to be travelling down all these places and we get smoked." Like, I had a proper good conversation with him. So I've met some sound ones, to be fair. But yeah, most of them are helmets. And this is the thing with Chelsea. I think defensively, well, I say that Thiago Silva has not got the most pace in the world, has he? But I think defensively, they're a lot better than attacking wise. Obviously, that's obvious, but I think there'll be games where they're actually really stable at the back. Some games, Tottenham will be interesting because they've got the pace that Tottenham players possess, especially up front. So that'll be interesting. But I've said it, they're lacking a striker. I know Sterling's come in, but they need more attacking wise. So yeah, big up Ty, big up yourself. Chelsea looked all right. Sterling didn't do much. Like I say, I thought he was unlucky to score. So yeah. Tyler being sneaky by the Chelsea comment. Well, a lot of people would say that, wouldn't they? Big up yourself, Hayden. Cucurella, yep, that's what I forgot to mention. Very good signing. Rate Cucurella very highly. But yeah, he did look good. And wasn't he the one who nearly got the assist on the Sterling one? I'm pretty sure he was because played it across, didn't he? So yeah. Sterling was a Man United fan as a kid and grew up. Yeah, I know it's madness, mate. It's an absolute madness. But it shows what money's like nowadays. Then again, I'm not saying he went to Chelsea for money. I do understand a bit of it. And fair play to him. He wants to get the World Cup squad. Disappointed with his game time last season, which is understandable. Totally understand it. In my opinion, a lot of people disrespect him for England. What people seem to forget is he was the one actually banging in goals until Harry Kane started to turn up. I think people are disrespectful to Kane as well, but people seem to forget that as well. And they want to say, "Oh, he's shit." Well, would England be in the position they were in if it weren't for him until Kane started pulling up? No, mate. And Everton managed to get Adam Madrid over us. Why West Ham? Why? Yeah, no, but he was like Scouse and that. He was proper Scout like. So yeah, but I say he was Scouse because you got to be. Do you know what I mean? It's a legal requirement. But if you're a Man United fan from down south or don't even live in the country, then that's fine. It should be fine either way. But there we go. That's what people are like nowadays. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Moving on to the Sunday games. A game I got right again. Another game I got right. Leicester. Well, I'm not even going to say they bottled it because, yeah, well, they did. They were 2-0 up in that. But Brentford are a good side, and I just knew it'd be a draw. And this is what happens when you don't get no one in. You lose Schmeichel. Yeah. Like I said, on my Premier League predictions, where I put them is probably a little bit controversial, and I understand why people, can argue essentially, and argue with whatever, it's people's opinions. But this one, I knew it'd be 2-2. Castagna with the goal in the first half, very good goal by the way. Obviously, he took the lead there, and then Shrewsbury Hall, big up yourself, my G. You know that. What a goal that was. Struck it. I think it was about 25 yards out, posting in. The power was mad. It was like on FIFA when you put it on 99 shooting or whatever. It was an absolute madness. Great finish from him. And then Brentford started having chances. Obviously, Tony got a goal. And he was thinking, yeah, come on, we can do this. We can do this. And they did. De Silva, what a goal that was. What a goal that was. Last year, the guy making impacts, I don't even know if he started. Let me just double check. The guy making impacts was Wissa. He obviously got a lot of decisive goals for Brentford last season. Obviously, come off in this game. De Silva, what a strike that was. Edge of the box, smashed it in the top left corner. What a goal that was. And obviously celebrated right in front of the travelling Brentford fans. My cousin was part of that. And I bet he was loving it. A lot. I love last minute limbs. Who doesn't? Especially when you're actually there. Yeah. Fair play to him. And Leicester, this is going to affect him, not signing players. And a lot of their best players could still go. Maddison could be going Newcastle. Tielemans could be going Arsenal still. It's all on. So, I know they've still got good players, but come on, they're like the standout players, other than obviously Vardy and that sort of thing as well. But yeah, especially if they lose them two midfielders, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to them. I don't think any madness like they get relegated or anything, but they could finish pretty low. But then again, it could be where Vardy carries them into a position. I don't know, but they really struggle. That's what I think. Yeah, but then if you're a Liverpool fan and you're not Scouse, then it's the end of the world. So there we go. Yeah, literally, mate. I echo them thoughts. To be fair, most of Kane's goals are pens. He got Golden Boot at World Cup due to his pens. Like I say, I do rate him, but I feel a lot of people are disrespectful to Sterling, especially in the Euros, because Kane started banging in goals later on. If Sterling didn't get them goals originally, England wouldn't have been where they was. So there we go. Kovacic injured. Maddison is staying. I think, yeah, he might be staying, but never say never. And Tielemans, I think he still might be going personally. Maddison maybe not, but Tielemans I'm more thinking he might. But anyway, let's move on to the next game. Oh, these man here. Brighton, did not ever beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. Ten Hag's come in. He's going to change it all around. How many times they said that with the previous managers that they've brought in? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they rushed it. I knew they rushed it. I wish I'd done YouTube back then because I said, this is going to affect you. Rushing it in because he had a few good first games. And he left, mate. He went what was his name? I can't even remember. Do you know what I mean? The last manager there. Ragnick, that's it. So there we go. But anyway, Brighton, credit to him. You've got to big up Graham Potter. What he's done. The players they've lost, Cucurella, Basuma, and they still were very good. You know, and you know, me personally, I just think, yeah, 10 might do all right, but I think, you know, it's going to take years, a good 5 to 10 years, my personal opinion. You know, people laugh at that. You know, I've got Man U predictions spot on before, so you know, laugh if you want, but we'll see. But anyway, credit to Brighton. Like I said, what's going on with my phone? Obviously, they got two goals back to back, literally in the well, not back to back, but in 10 minutes. Obviously, Gross with a double. Poor from Man United defensively on both of them, especially that second one. De Gea, you know, he's got to be doing better there. He's literally palmed it straight to him. And then first one, Fred just doing Fred things. Welbeck on absolute smoke. And yeah, for me, Brighton should have had a penalty as well. I'm not going to lie. In the second half, pushing the back, in my opinion. Don't really know how that weren't a penalty. Even Jamie Carragher's saying that. But then again, everyone's going to be like, I'm a Liverpool fan. Of course, going to say that. Well, you know, why is he on commentary then? If you feel he's going to be so biased, why is he on commentary for a game like that? But there we go. So yeah, obviously that happened. And then Ronaldo come on. You know, Man United had a few chances. Rashford blazed it over the bar. And then obviously McAllister, the own goal, very unlucky goal to concede. That goal Brighton conceded, very unlucky in my opinion. But they've done a really good job. And I don't want to get the name wrong, so let me just double check. Casado, is that his name? I think he was brilliant. He was brilliant in that midfield. You know, massive shout out to him. I think that's their replacement already for Basuma. I know we're still early on, but yeah, he bossed that game. I'm not going to lie. So shout out to him. And I don't even think he was their best player, to be honest. You know, they were really good. Graham Potter, shout out to him. You know, I don't rate him as highly as some people do. Like some people have him on a mad pedestal, but he does deserve credit at least. So yeah, let's go into some more comments. Yeah, I know. But there we go. Brighton Munich. I like that. I don't mind Sterling just inconsistent. Yeah, like I said, he may be, but you know, people have to give him credit for what he done in the Euros. Like I said, you know, if he didn't get them goals, England wouldn't have been where they was. Big up yourself, Manny. I don't even. Crying in Man United. I thought he was laughing at something I said. To be fair, Ten Hag's good coach. Yeah, big up yourself, by the way, Don. You know, like I said, he probably, you know, I can't really judge too much. He probably is, but I think it's going to take a long process with Man United. That's what I reckon. This is not brighten up my day, mate. People have got to realise it's the players as well. You know, obviously, you know, it's can't have this many chop and change. Got to realise, like, some people are, but some people still deluded. And then just, you know, there we go. Yeah, I know. I was creasing at this. Yeah, I bet he was loving it, mate. I was laughing as well. I had it on in the background and I was just loving it. Pochettino should have been manager. I mean, you're the Man United fan. If you think that, I know a lot of people disagree and say, oh, what's he won? No. But it's your opinion. Do you know what I mean? You know, so fair enough. Man United in the mud here. Always, mate. Always. That was it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm on about. Pushing the back, mate. How's that not a penalty? Ronaldo, why playing at any point in the match? Yeah, a lot of people saying that. Gary Neville is on commentary in Liverpool place, works either way from Mickey. Yeah, and they're not biased. Obviously, Gary Neville talked about that. He was on the Man City one, wasn't he? I believe. Yeah, because he was bigging up Haaland. So, you know, if it's that much of a problem, and Carragher's going to say that because he's a Liverpool fan, then don't bring him on. Do you know what I mean? I never know how Maguire and McFred convince every manager that comes in there. Big deal. Am I still here? Because it's not letting me press. There we go. Yeah, I don't know either, to be quite honest with you. Maybe Southgate has started saying stuff to the people about Maguire. As for Fred, he tries, but he's just not good enough. It's as simple as that. Or not consistent enough. It is the players bring Ten Hag in, us or Liverpool. He'd do a good job. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's move on to the last game, which was a game obviously I did a watch along to. I said it would be a mad game. As for United, I said 1-1, by the way. 1-0, sorry. I was saying, I'm going on the safe side, but then again, how am I going on the safe side predicting a Man United win nowadays? Like I said, I knew about that Old Trafford record, so I just thought, not surely, but I was thinking United have a good chance to actually win the game. Ten Hag's first game, getting gassed over beating Liverpool in pre-season. Most of their fans thinking they're going to win the league, so I thought they'd just be carried away and actually end up with a win, but clearly not. Credit to Brighton, like I said, and Graham Potter. But yeah, next game was obviously the West Ham versus Man City game. Very disappointed in West Ham, to be honest, especially with how they've been recently against Man City. Like I said, I went with a mad 3-3 game. I do look like an idiot, I'm not going to lie, but let's be real, West Ham were very disappointed. Man City were very good, don't get me wrong. West Ham, they just didn't really apply the pressure I felt like they have done recently when they played Man City. I looked last season, they drew 2-2 to them and beat them in the League Cup. Yeah, I know it's the League Cup. Well, no, I don't even mean it like that because, some people actually disrespect it. At the end of the day, it's a final at Wembley, and, if your team wins it, you ain't saying shit. So, that's what I'll say about that. But Haaland looked very good. I'm not going to lie. Looked very, very good. And obviously, he got the goal. Got both the goals. The third, Areola, what are you doing? Stupid penalty to give away. Great penalty it was by Haaland. Obviously, Fabianski had to come off. And that's from that moment in, I was like, yeah, West Ham are losing this. Just the manner that he gave away that penalty was just ridiculous. Clear penalty. Scamacca, for me, should have started for West Ham because Antonio is very injury prone and he just ain't looked good so far. I know it's one game in, but even in pre-season, I watched it live against Luton. That shot he had was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I was just disappointed with him. Declan Rice, he had a shot, lent too far back. I thought defensively they weren't too bad, but they just wasn't really causing much, in my opinion. And it was too easy for Man City at times. I'm not trying to not give Man City credit. They deserve a lot of it. De Bruyne, and that second goal. I've visualised that in my head. Before when they signed Haaland, I was like, imagine De Bruyne just feeding passes off to him, and he just runs onto it. He's very fast, and he is a lethal finisher. We have to be honest. And yeah, that's what they've done for the second goal. Congratulations to them. Massive win. Clean sheet away at West Ham. It's not easy to do. Look at their record there last season, especially against Man City as well, like I said. So credit to them in that aspect. But yeah, I was disappointed with West Ham. I didn't feel attacking wise nowhere near what they have been against Man City recently. No, especially at home. So yeah, there we go. Please do. Thank you again for that, Hanno. Haaland scares the fuck out of me. I think he'll break Ronaldo's record. It'll be his first gen to win Ballon d'Or, mark my words. Not a bad shout. It's really not a bad shout. We'll see. And please go watch the most underrated show, the Hatter Show, after this stream. Big up yourself, mate. We will be doing a Hatter Show. And hopefully I will not be emotional like the start. Apologies about that. Oh, God, I'm getting a little bit. I don't want to talk about it. That's because I'll just get emotional again. But don't work for your family. That's all I'm saying. Haaland and KDB, enough said. Yeah, you could sum it up like that. Come on, City. Haaland shutting up his haters. What a dominant performance. Yeah, it was. Like I say, I've never hate on Haaland. I just think he won't be up there for Golden Boot. Still, after that game, I still don't think he will. That's what I say. I think he'll get injured, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, literally, like I said, as soon as that happened and they gave away that stupid penalty, Areola. I was like, what are you doing, mate? I knew they were going to lose from that moment. Watching you and work, bro. Big up yourself, Daniel, mate. Big up yourself for that. But yeah, that's all the games done that I obviously had to review. Let's go through the table quickly. So bear with me while I just get it up. And yeah, bear with me a second. Big up everyone inside. While I'm doing this, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash a like on the video as well. We're up to 7 likes. Let's try and get to 10. Let's try and get to 10. That would be boss. But yeah, while I try and get the table up, if it wants to load, we'll go through that and then obviously predict the games coming up. So let's share the screen if it lets me. Right, there we go. So obviously we are only a game in, so I'm not going to look too much into it. But Tottenham are top of the league. I did say that. I did say they'd be top of the league. Arsenal in second, so both North London clubs. But they got the same goal difference as City, Bournemouth. Sorry if you can really hear my laptop being loud. It just loves to do that. Newcastle in Europa League as it stands. Like I say, I'm not going to look too much at the whole table because it is one game in. Forest, West Ham and Southampton are the bottom 3 as it stands. So yeah, there's that. Let's get into predicting this weekend's games. And yeah, I have thought about them before, like I'm going to start doing now. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So the first game is tomorrow, Aston Villa, 12:30 in the UK. 12:30, Aston Villa at home taking on Everton. And like I said with the Bournemouth game, that's always going to be a tough game, especially with the fact, you know, you don't want to play these newly promoted sides away from home first game of the season. And I was proved to be right there. So yeah, this game, I think, is a good time for Villa to bounce back. I think Everton, I feel up front, they haven't really got too much of a threat now with Richarlison going. Yeah, they've still got Calvert-Lewin, but even then, I don't rate him like some people do. I think he's a good aerial player. But other than that, I'm not really too sure personally. Yeah, I'm going to back Villa to win it. Like I said, did have a few chances against Bournemouth, but not really threatening ones. But I think at home, they've got a really good chance to win this game, and I think they will. I've gone with Aston Villa 2, Everton 0. So, yeah, I'm going to back Villa to win this one. Let me just sort this out quickly. There we go. Right, let's go through some comments. What do you reckon? Oh, hold up. Let me just remove this thing. There we go. What do you reckon on Núñez? Why isn't Klopp not starting and keeps putting Firmino over him? Maybe just time to gel. I think when it comes later on in the season, you will see. Sorry about that. Someone's trying to ring me. I think when you see, later on in the season, you will see, obviously, Núñez start more. I just think it's a gel thing, to be honest. But you've got to start him. Well, I'm not going to say too much in it because I'll get into that. Areola should have been starting anyway. He's better than Fabianski. Yeah, Fabianski can be very questionable. Obviously, you are the West Ham fan, so you know a bit more of your opinion obviously matters on that. But you know, a lot of people are saying that to me in my chat when I've done a watch along, and I was saying, you know, I hear what you lot are saying, but Areola tends to start in the European games, doesn't he? But you know, if you think he should start now, well, I don't know how bad Fabianski's injury is, but he will anyway if his injury's, you know, bad. But yeah, Villa versus Everton 1-0. A lot of 1-0s to Villa. 2-1 Everton. 1-0 Villa. Fair enough. Big up yourselves for predicting as well. Moving on to the next game, which is a tough one to predict, especially after how both their games went last week. Obviously, both got wins. Brighton at home to Newcastle. See Newcastle with 2-0 against Nottingham Forest. Brighton with their first ever win away at Old Trafford. This one, I think it's going to be hard to separate both teams. I do. Brighton a very good side. So Newcastle, you know, I think this will be the first season where they're, you know, fighting for a European place. I don't think they'll get a European place, but yeah, I think they'll be fighting for one. I'm going to go over draw. And Brighton, they had a stage where they got a lot of these 1-1 draws, a lot of stages last season, and I believe the season before. So I'm going with a 1-1. 2-1 Newcastle. It's not a bad shout. So yeah, that's my prediction for that. Moving on to the next game at the Emirates. Arsenal obviously had that start, getting a win at Palace, which is not easy. 2-0 win for them. Like I said, Palace, they should have definitely put one chance away. But Arsenal were good, we have to be honest. Leicester, yeah, away at the Emirates with the business. Tielemans could still be going Arsenal. I just can only see one winner in this game, to be honest. And I'll be honest with you, I think Arsenal will get the same result as last week, which is a 2-0 to Arsenal. So that's what I reckon. 1-1 draw, I reckon Villa. Fair enough. 3-1 Arsenal. I've seen a lot of 3-1s from other people as well. I was thinking that, but yeah, I've gone with a 2-0. A 2-0. I reckon Leicester will win, draw 2-2. Brighton versus Newcastle, 2-1 Newcastle. Yeah, a few of them in the chat by you lot. But yeah, moving on to the next game, Southampton at St Mary's taking on Leeds. Now, this one's a difficult one to predict for me. I know Leeds got a very good win against Wolves and they look good in glimpses. Southampton obviously took that very heavy defeat to Tottenham, but I don't think they should be ashamed of that. Tottenham are going to be a really good side this season. I think Southampton will respond, but I don't think they'll win this game. And I don't think Leeds will win this game either. I think it's going to be tough for Leeds, especially with it being away at St Mary's. So I've gone with another 1-1 game for this game week between these two sides. 2-1 Southampton, fair enough. Gooners versus Leicester, 2-1 to Arsenal. I fancy Leeds on this 2-1. Interesting. Different predictions here. We like that. Moving on to the next game. Man City versus Bournemouth at the Etihad. I can only see this going one way. Bournemouth have never actually beaten Man City either, which is mad to think. Don't get me wrong, they haven't played. I don't think they've played more than 40 games or something, but still, that is crazy. I only see this going one way. I do think Bournemouth will score, but I think City will have enough. Man City 3, Bournemouth 1, just like that. See a few Bournemouth fans a bit optimistic, in my opinion. Funny that I'm saying that because I got called that before, but some of them think they get a result away at City. I just don't think so. Anything can happen. A lot of people probably said the same when Wolves beat them 2-0 that year, Palace beat them 2-0, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure here, especially after Haaland, his performance the other week. I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, it's crazy. I saw that earlier. Southampton 0-0, not a bad shout. It's not who will win it, how many goals City will win by. I agree on that, to be honest. They were close to beating us when Sterling scored the last-minute winner. I can't even remember that, to be fair. 5-0 City. 5-0 City. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, moving on to the next game. Another difficult game to predict, in my opinion. 4-1, says Stephen. Fair enough to Man City. I was thinking that, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, the next game, Wolves taking on Fulham. It's a tough one to predict because Fulham will have a lot of confidence from last week and Wolves obviously lost. And they're a very, coming on to later stages last season when they took that heavy defeat to Brighton and that sort of thing, they're not great at home. They're really not great at home. They're going to struggle defensively this year, especially with Cody going, like I said earlier. Home advantage, I think it will benefit them. But I wouldn't be surprised if Fulham got a draw or something like that. Maybe even like a win. But I have gone with a Wolves win. It's a difficult one. It is. But I think Neto and that will be able to bag a goal or get an assist. And I think that home crowd's really going to help. 2-1. But like I said, I would not be surprised if it went another way. I really wouldn't. This was a really difficult one to predict. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, let's go through some comments. Maybe by half time. Added time pod 1-1. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. I was thinking a draw. 3-1 Wolves. Mitra. Yeah, I think it'll score. And the thing is, people, just because he got 2 against Liverpool, people instantly think this will be the year that he does well in the Premier League. What I'll say about that is he will not be playing at the same intensity like he did against Liverpool. And also, is he going to be up for games when they're playing, like, no disrespect, it's just thinking a level, Southampton and that sort of thing? Will he be up for them games as much as like a Liverpool, a Chelsea, a Tottenham, etc.? You know, that's what I've got to say about that as well. But we'll see. But I do think he will score in this game. Yeah, I do. Fulham still on a high from last week. 2-1 Fulham, Mitro and Cabana. Not too sure you're on about, to be fair, mate. So I don't even know if you spelled his name right. But there we go. Fair enough. Like I said, I would not be surprised if Fulham did get a result here. I wouldn't. I'm just going to back Wolves due to the fact they're at home. But, you know, glimpses last season, like I said, they weren't, you know, at home, they weren't a fortress. But, yeah, I think they'll do it. But we'll see. But yeah, moving on to the 5:30 game in the UK, the evening game, of course, on tomorrow night. Brentford taking on Manchester United. And Brentford, this was the top 6 side last season that they just wasn't great against. Took a heavy defeat at home, 3-1, and then a 3-0 at Old Trafford. You know, obviously, I know they'll be buzzing from getting that draw. Sorry if you can hear that siren, main road. That's the annoying thing about it. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be buzzing. They will be buzzing, you know, getting that result against Leicester. But I just feel Man United will win this one. I feel they'll bounce back. Obviously, I've got on the title United to respond. And I do think they will here, due to the fact they actually have a good record against Brentford. And you've seen in games before that means something. Obviously, for United last week, it didn't. But, yeah, I do think United will win this one. I think it'll be close. I've gone with a 2-1 United. A 2-1 United. Eriksen as well. He could haunt Brentford in this game as well. I've only just thought of that, to be honest. So, yeah, that's what I reckon. Mitro and Cabana score for Fulham. Fair enough. Yep. I know you're on about there. Brentford 3-1. Man United won't be able to handle the atmosphere before soak this out. They'll win this. Fair enough. 2-2. That's not a bad shout. 2-1 Brentford. Fair enough. 2-2 draw. Fair enough. Big up Spencer. He says Haiti 2-1 Brentford or a draw. Fair enough. So no one's backing you. Obviously, I understand it. But yeah, just that record they had last year, I think that might come into effect here as well. And I think United will respond. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Eriksen scored. I really wouldn't, to be honest. But yeah, moving on to the Sunday games. Tough games. 2 tough games to predict here. Nottingham Forest, first game back in the Premier League at home, taking on West Ham United, who, like I said, for me, they're disappointed against Man City. Man City were good, don't get me wrong, but I felt attacking-wise, West Ham just weren't at it. Taking on Nottingham Forest, like I said, obviously lost 2-0 to Newcastle. For me, it's going to take a while for their players to gel to the Premier League. I still think they'll stay up. Don't think it'll be as convincing as some people say. I put them 14th. Some people put them 12th or higher. Don't think it'll be that convincing. A lot of people have said they've just survived as well, which ain't a bad shout, to be honest. But this game, how do I see this going? It's going to be a crazy game. The atmosphere is going to be mad, of course. I see West Ham winning this one. I see it being a very close game, but I see West Ham doing it just because they're ahead in the fact of players and the fact that, you know, they know most of the players there. I think they'll get a win here. I think they'll respond from last week. Not that it's embarrassing or anything to lose to Man City. Of course it's not. But, you know, I just thought the manner, they just weren't at it attacking-wise. Defensively, they weren't too bad, except obviously Areola giving away that stupidness. Like, the actual defenders, I don't think too bad. The second goal is difficult. Maybe Zuma should have done better, but some of the tackling they were doing was good in the first half, winning the ball back and that. But yeah, attacking wise, they weren't enough for me. But I've gone with a 2-1 to West Ham here. So yeah, a fake London derby on Saturday. 1-0 Hammers, fair enough. 2-1, you reckon the same as me. 2-1 West Ham. Yeah, a lot of 2-1s here. A lot of people agree with me on this one. But yeah, moving on to the London derby. A lot of Tottenham fans say this derby is bigger than Arsenal, which is just stupid. But there we go. Chelsea taking on Tottenham at the Bridge. Now, Chelsea in recent years, well, I believe it's some madness, like since 2016 or well, if you count the League Cup game on penalties or whatever it was, Tottenham haven't actually beaten since then, I believe. I might be wrong on that. But yeah, like Away says here, biggest game of the weekend, London derby. It's going to be very interesting. Obviously, both teams got a win last week. Wasn't too convincing for Chelsea against Everton, but they got the 3 points at the end of the day. As for Tottenham, however, their win was obviously convincing, massive win against Southampton. But yeah, Tottenham don't really travel well to Chelsea. Like I said, I think they played how many times last season? Like 4. Twice in the League Cup, yeah, and twice in the league. And Chelsea beat them every time, I believe. Beat them in the league. Yeah, they beat them every time. Or they might have drawn once. But anyway, Tottenham didn't beat them. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, Thiago Silva up against that attack. It's one of them games for me as well where it really depends who scores first, because you know what Chelsea fans are like. If they score first, they'll have that mentality, it's only Tottenham. If Tottenham score first, I think it's going to be very difficult for Chelsea to get back into it, personally. I think it's going to be a lot of goals in this game. Now, I know I said Chelsea will be stable, I feel, at times, but with the attack Tottenham have and the pace, yeah, I think Tottenham will score more than one. Chelsea, yeah, I just think that record's holding Tottenham back from a win. So yeah, I've gone with a lot of goals here. I've gone with a Chelsea 2, Tottenham 2. So yeah, let's see what you lot think. 1-0 Chelsea. Spurs, yeah, that's the only thing holding them back from a win, in my opinion. 1-1. I was thinking that. I was thinking of 1-1. I'm not going to lie. Tottenham fans are deluded. Everyone knows Tottenham Arsenal probably biggest rivalry in town. 100%. Not even footballing ability, just the history behind it. Arsenal moved over to North London. Come on, like, closer. It's just stupid when they tell me it's Chelsea. Last time Spurs beat them was at Wembley in 18-19. There you go then. There you go. So later than what I said. Chelsea are relevant. Their rivals are Fulham. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, Chelsea fans don't really say their main rivals are Tottenham. It's just some of the Tottenham fans say their main rivals is Chelsea, which is stupid. Chelsea did not concede against Spurs. Yeah, there you go then. There you go. But I do think this time round they will, especially with how good that attack looked last week, without Kane or Son scoring as well. Chelsea for Tottenham 3-2 Chelsea, fair enough. Chelsea 3-1. Tottenham never beat Chelsea. Yeah, that's the thing. But away at the Bridge like 8 years ago, I think. Fair enough, mate. What's bigger, Manchester Derby or Chelsea Arsenal? Look, it's Manchester Derby, innit? If you said to me Arsenal, if you said to me controversial opinion, you lot might think, let me know what you think. But if you said to me Manchester Derby or Arsenal Tottenham, just in the fact, obviously it's in London, and obviously I know Manchester's big as well, but I would probably say Arsenal Tottenham. But yeah, out of these two, clearly the Manchester Derby, in my opinion. Liverpool versus Man United, yeah, absolutely. Two biggest clubs in England, so, and I think United's the biggest club in the world when it comes to following, isn't it? And Liverpool's 4th. I don't know. Something like that. Because obviously you got Barca and Real Madrid as well, in you. So yeah, no, I think it's bigger than Arsenal Chelsea, but I don't think it's bigger than Arsenal Tottenham. That's where I stand on it. So yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the last game, which is obviously Liverpool. Maybe I was getting a bit. Nah, I don't think I was overreacting. To be fair, obviously I was upset at the start of the stream. It's difficult for me to stream. Not going to lie. But yeah, this game Monday night, I'll be doing a watch long. I don't know if I'll be doing any other watch longs. I was thinking of doing Forest, West Ham, or Chelsea, Tottenham. Don't really want to do both, only due to the fact to do all the scoreboards, and the scoreboards ain't even difficult. It's the fact to do the team sheets and that as well. It's just I just wouldn't have time to do them both. But I might do one of them. But yeah, Liverpool Palace, I'll definitely be doing a watch long to that. And obviously, Palace took that defeat to Arsenal. Like I said, they had a missed opportunity, some good opportunities where they could have scored. Liverpool, obviously, like I said, I thought certain players were unlucky, like Henderson and Diaz. I thought most of the team was pretty shocking. And Salah, obviously got a goal, another vital goal for Liverpool, because we'd have lost that game if we didn't get that goal. How do I see this one going? Well, before I do that, I'm going to get into the lineup that I would go with for Liverpool. Let's go through some comments quickly while this decides to load up. Recently, Liverpool has the highest following, also highest revenue due to large shirt sales and merchandise. Fair enough. Saw something at Liverpool, the most popular. Oh no, mad. Well, I wouldn't be surprised, at the moment, because obviously how poor United have been. I can't see why Tottenham fans rate Chelsea more, because it's fierce. So that's the only reason I can think. Due to the dogs. Anyway. So there you go. Right, it's loaded now. It's just not the one I want. Is that the one I want? No, it's not even that one. Not this issue again. Obviously, if it's on the last Hatter show, you know exactly what I want. Or the Burnley one. That's the one I want. That is the one I want. Let me share the screen and go to the lineup I play. And like I said earlier, I had my little run because it just annoys me. City bring in Haaland and, they won the league without an out-and-out striker. A lot of people say, it's for the Champions League. I still don't think they'll win the Champions League. Either way, that's another extension for Premier League. And Liverpool just don't want to buy a midfielder when Thiago literally has not had a full season where he's not been injured, wherever he's been. Harvey Elliott and Fabio Carvalho, if you're saying they're the main sort of ones, too much pressure in my opinion. Keita and Ox are useless. They just get injured every 5 minutes. But don't worry, because I've got an agenda against Keita, as people seem to think for some reason. When I back my player, whoever it is, if I don't rate you, I don't rate you. It's as simple as that. But it's not like I don't rate him. He's just not reliable. Henderson's getting on a bit. A lot of people are starting to get a bit annoyed with him. Not getting annoyed, but he'll get to that stage where he'll be more of a bench player. I know he's the captain and that, but it just frustrates me. Fabinho, obviously good and that, but you just need more. It's as simple as that. You've got no Thiago for this game. You've got no Ox. Keita's coming back, I think, on Monday or something. But either way, it's just frustrating. Players were fighting there. I'm going 2-1 to the pool, says Spencer. There we go. Keita did play 40 games last season. So he's improved fitness. Yeah, I hear that, but he's got injured again. It's just annoying. But anyway, goalkeeper, I'm obviously going to go Alisson. Do I felt he could have done anything about the goals? Not really. Penalties, they can't be hard to save. Good penalty as well. First goal, not really. I think Trent should have defended better. Should have actually jumped up for the header, but there we go. Right back, I would still go Trent. I don't think Calvin Ramsey's back anyway or available. Even if he was, I would not go for him. Only because he hasn't got that experience yet. I've heard Tsimikas could come back for this game. Or I think I heard he'd be banned. But either way, I'd still go Robertson. The back two, I'm hearing Matip's injured. I didn't even know that. So you've obviously got to go Virgil. He did look a bit shaky, but I'm not really going to go too much into that. And then Gomez. And let's see how this partnership does. Obviously, the last time they fluently played together, we know how good it was. And yeah, hopefully Gomez can step up. And if he plays really well, might start playing more like he did before. So, yeah, there's that. CDM, you've got to go for Fabinho. If I do put people out that are injured or something, let me know. But I saw most of them that are. Like I said, I think with Kyoto said that he's coming back. But, yeah, the right side, I'm going to have to go Henderson. And then the other side, who can you even go with? It's exactly what I mean. Kyoto might be coming back. I wouldn't go with him though. Thiago's obviously out. Looks like it could be about anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Ox injured. Wouldn't go with him anyway. I would go with Thiago, but he's injured. So who am I going to go with? Elliott. Does he play on the left side? I don't think he does. Jota can play there. Yeah, I think it's too deep for him to play there, though. Who is there? Who actually is there? And this is exactly what I mean. Carvalho, never seen him play on the left of midfield, I don't think. I don't even know who to go with. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know who to go with. Oh my God. I'm just gonna go with Elliott. I don't know if he's ever played on the left side, but there we go. We'll see. I know he's played on the right. Kyoto, no, not for me. Not for me, mate. Not for me personally. But don't worry, because I've got an agenda against him. So there we go. Henderson's going to cost you as an 8. He might not do great, but this is exactly what I mean by the midfield options. And he is I don't know. He's the captain in it, so he probably will start. Me personally, I wouldn't be disappointed if he is. Yeah, he might not have a great game, but what are the other options? So that's what I say. And then front three, I think that's pretty straightforward. Diaz, like I said, one of the very unlucky players not to score. Why the hell does it still say Porto on here? I need to sort that out. It's not even like he joined the summer just gone. Like he literally joined in January, wasn't it? But there we go. I'm not even going to do Salah's full name because it just doesn't really come up. Oh, spell his name wrong by accident. Salah on the right, obviously, and then up front, you've got to go Nunez. Got a goal last game. You've got to go with him. So, yeah, that's the lineup I would go with. Just quickly, going back to that Fulham game, I did actually say Firmino to start, I think, didn't I? Exactly, Spencer. I had a little rant at the start when I end the stream. If any of you lot want to go back to that, then feel free. Like I said, I was a bit upset at the start of the stream, not going to lie, but yeah, it just winds me up. True. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't go with him. Yeah, exactly. I was very happy that Liverpool brought in a backup right back because obviously the people that are playing there before, yeah, they've done a job there, but they're not right backs. So happy they brought in that. But midfield, you want to compete, you want to win the league. I think if we get midfield, a good chance of winning the league. Now, I think City win it. It's pretty clear. That's how I see it right now. So yeah, that's what I'm going with there. So yeah, that's the lineup I would go with. So let's just go through it again. So Alisson in goal, Trent right back, 4-3-3, of course. Trent right back, Robertson left back, Van Dijk, Gomez at the back, Fabinho as a CDM, Elliott on the left. Like I say, I don't think I've ever seen him play on the left, but it just shows the lack of options. Henderson on the right, and then the front three, Diaz on the left, Salah on the right, and Nunez through the centre. So that's the lineup I would go with. As for a score prediction, I think Liverpool bounce back. I think being at Anfield will obviously benefit Liverpool. First game of the season at Anfield. And I think Palace are going to take a defeat like they did to Arsenal. Exact same score as well. I think they'll make it tough in stages, but I think Liverpool will get it over the line and get their first 3 points of the season. So yeah, 2-0. 2-0 is my prediction to Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Like I said, I will be doing a watch along, so we have to see what goes on. Stephen says 3-1 to Liverpool. Fair enough. Like and subscribe, folks. Yeah, thank you for that, Spencer. Please do if you haven't already. So yeah, that is my prediction for that. So yeah, that is what I got to say on that. And big up everyone, by the way. Big up everyone that's been on the stream. I really enjoyed this stream interaction the whole time. Sorry that I was a bit upset at the start, but yeah, just I don't want to get too much into it, but just some people, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It winds me up, like it really does. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back in to be precise, 33 minutes if you want to be precise, for the Hatter Show with my dad, where obviously we talk about Luton and that sort of thing. But yeah, just to run through my predictions again, 2-0 to Villa against Everton, Brighton 1-1 with Newcastle, Arsenal 2-0 against Leicester, Southampton Leeds 1-1, Man City 3, Bournemouth 1, Wolves 2-1 against Fulham. Like I said, that was difficult to predict. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Fulham got a result. Brentford United, I've gone with the United win just due to the record Brentford have. But then again, Brighton had a poor record at Old Trafford and they broke it. Nottingham Forest to take a defeat on their first home game narrowly to West Ham. Chelsea 2-2 with Tottenham. Just that record Tottenham have. I don't know if they'll be able to break it. And then Liverpool to beat Palace 2-0, bounce back at Anfield. So there you go. They are my predictions for this weekend. So yeah, that's what I've got to say. On to the town. Yep, and obviously I'm going to be fuming in that as well because I was disappointed with the Newport. I really was, to be honest with you. People might not like what I'm going to say, but I'm a fan of the club. You know what I mean? I want my team to succeed, but then again, I have an agenda against this player as well. You just can't win. Do you know what I mean? But fuck what they say anyway. Do you know what I mean? Take care, T, and everyone. Big up yourself, Spencer, mate. Big up yourself. Up the Hatters. But yeah, like I said, big up everyone that has joined this live. I've actually really enjoyed it. The interaction's been class from you lot. So yeah, big up yourselves for that. But yeah, don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's see what the like count ended up on. 12 likes before we wrap up the stream. So big up yourselves for that. New subscriber as well. So big up yourself for that as well. And yeah, please do check out the stream in 31 minutes, if you want to be precise, for the Hatter Show, episode 51. Me and my dad will be discussing Newport, that loss. And then obviously previewing the game tomorrow against Preston North End, who we usually do all right at home against. So let's see if that happens tomorrow. I will not be going, unfortunately, but I will be able to watch it. So it's not the end of the world in that aspect. But yeah, share the channel as well. And please do subscribe to my other channel as well, T-Boys TV Extra. Link to that is in the description. And if you want to follow me across any of my socials, link to them are also in the description. And like I said, I'll be back again in half an hour now to the Hatter Show. And yeah, love my Hatters, mate. Absolutely love them. But yeah, I will see you lot in half an hour for the Hatter Show. So yeah, big up yourselves. And hopefully I'll see many of you there. Big up yourselves. Take care. Stay safe. And peace up the Luton.